Okay, Judge, ready.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Judge Alyssa Perez presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for January 18, 2021. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders and directives regarding COVID-19. In addition to that, we're streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Avelar, I think we're going to be handling some of your clients first. I am remotely working, and so I am not starting my video. Are you okay going forward? Okay.
I'm good, Judge. If anything, are you okay? You sound a little hoarse.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Okay, good, good.
Thanks. Okay, so this is Mr. Campa. Go ahead, Chuy.
Yes, Judge. It's cause number 2018-0D03091, State of Texas versus Gerardo Campa. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
And Daniel Avelar for Gerardo Campa.
And Mr. Campa is appearing from the downtown jail. We are set for a bond hearing. I'm assuming he's at no bond. Is this a probation case, Mr. Avelar?
Judge, that's right. He's on deferred out of your court for a less than a gram possession, Your Honor.
Okay. All righty, go ahead. You can proceed on your bond hearing.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, so you know, it's the usual stuff, Your Honor. He's from here, has you know, 3 kids that he provides for. I think he still works for Saratoga Homes. At least that's the information that I got the last time I had a conversation with Mr. Campa. And like I said, Your Honor, he's on probation. It's technically for 2 things, but one of the matters is a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on here for a possession less than a gram. The court placed him on probation for a total of 2 years, and I think that was a deferred, so he would be entitled to a bond. Your Honor, I am not privy to his new case, and that's what happened, Your Honor. He picked up an abandonment, I think is what it was. And so I'm not privy to that case, so I can't speak to what did or didn't happen, allegedly.
Well, that was let me just quickly ask, I was going to ask, I saw in the case summary from probation that we had a DWI with a child and abandoning, endangering a child, alleged dates of occurrence of August 27, 2020. So do we have those cases? Are they indicted?
No, Your Honor. And we have actually requested those. There's 2 P files. There's the DWI with a child under 15 years old, and then we have another one with abandoned in danger, and they are still, we're waiting for them to be presented.
And those are separate transactions?
They're on the same transaction, which is August 27, 2020. Gotcha. He was only booked on the DWI with a child under 15 years old, but he was not booked on the second one.
So then what's the abandonment?
Who's the agency?
Sheriff's, EPSO.
Okay.
So
and we made a request for those?
Your Honor, we requested those yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Avelar, go ahead.
And Judge, yeah, so that's an SO case, which is alleged to have happened
a year and a half ago.
August of 20. And so is there some kind of an abandonment?
That's what I'm showing, the DWI with a child and abandoning or endangering a child out of the same incident.
Okay.
But he was only booked on one.
Right.
I see what's going on. Okay, so he was booked on the DWI then?
Correct. And I believe he spent 260 days and he posted PR bond.
Okay. Yeah, Judge, I think that's even better. I mean, if it's the same transaction from August of 20, Your Honor, I am going to argue for a PR bond. And he's entitled to a bond on this case.
He failed to, on probation, he failed to report, let's see. He failed to report from April to December of 2019. And then he failed to report September through December 2020. And then I guess maybe he was he in jail on those dates? If he had an offense date of 8/27/2020 and he spent some time, that might have been the reason for the failures to report in 2020.
On the December 2020, I can't speak to that. I did, however, address the court in April of 20 on that on those failures to report, Your Honor. And the result in that case, Your Honor, that, well,
Yeah.
the result in that case was the court imposed a $10,000 cash or surety bond.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Avila?
Nothing further, Judge.
Ms. King?
Your Honor, so according to the case summary on September 8th, 2020, Mr. Ocampo did answer the phone from probation. Allegedly, he stated that he's not reported due to him being harassed by police. I'm confused if he was booked and was sitting in jail during that time. I don't know
Mhm,
how he would have received that call.
mhm. And so he was in jail on that 2020 offense. He was in jail from what date to what date?
Your Honor, I see August 27, 2020. And he
It's just one day, Judge.
Okay, he was just in for one day?
I see 260 days.
I know, but on the jailing, it should say he was booked on 8/27 and released on what date? I mean, Mr. House is telling me it's only one day. Is that right?
I only see one day as well, Judge, 8/27/2020.
So he wasn't jailed for the remainder of 2020, right? He just failed to report. Okay, so that's probably why, Ms. King, why he was probation was able to get in touch with him. Okay, what else?
I believe that's all. We do have an MTAC, it was amended on January 12th, 2021,
Mhm.
to include the failure to report from September to December of 2020.
Okay, any other, he's only been in jail 25 days or a little over 25 days probably. No new arrests in between December, or I guess his last arrest in August 2020 to when we pick him up? No new cases?
I don't see any, Judge.
Do you see anything, Carla? Let me get back to the case summary.
No, Judge, there is nothing reported. But I do want to remind the court that his probation case has expired as of April 18, 2021. Since he was placed on probation initially July 19, 2018 for the 2 years. He had previous issues where a previous MTR had been filed. It was dismissed. He was extended 9 months. And that expiration date came April 18, 2021. And we have the new MTR, which was filed within the time frame, but just to let the court know it's been expired.
The
So,
MTR was, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
the MTR was filed before April 2021.
Yes,
Thank you.
Well, I mean, he's not a good candidate for probation. Why don't we just revoke him to, I mean, you want a bond, Mr. Avelar? He's gonna have a $50,000 cash surety bond,
How much?
50,000. I just assume him do 180 days. And whenever those SO cases ever come up, you can deal with them or someone else can. He has not been a good candidate on probation.
I'm gonna file an examining trial. I don't know what, I thought I took care of that.
Okay. So that's where I am on Mr. Campa.
I'm sorry?
That's where I am on Mr. Campa's
Okay.
bond, 50,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Who's next, Chuy?
Okay, Judge, we'll take care of Roman. Downtown, if we could have George Roman, please.
Excuse me.
Okay, Judge.
Right, go ahead.
Cause number 2017-0D00480, State of Texas versus George Luis Roman. Announcement of council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Daniel Avelar for George Luis Roman. Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. Mr. Roman is appearing from the downtown jail. We're scheduled for a bond hearing. Mr. Avelar, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Mr. Roman. Back in 2017, Judge, he pled guilty to the offense of abandonment or endangerment of a child. and he pled to the tune of 5 years of deferred probation. So he would therefore be entitled to a bond. Judge, he did get arrested on what appears to be a new assault, family violence.
I'm showing 2 arrests. Well, I'm in the case summary, it says he's been arrested on 2 occasions for family violence. Both cases are pending.
I do see that
Mhm.
also, Your Honor. I hope you noticed that from my pause, because I looked a little confused. But yes, Your Honor, they're assault family violences. I don't think they're gonna be felonies. You know what, Judge? I see 2, but it looks like 1 was declined or dismissed, and I think the DA's office can confirm that. So we're really talking about 1 family violence, Judge, and it appears that I can make a representation to the court that the complaining witness will not want to go forward with the case, although I do not have a non-prosecution affidavit.
Was Mr. Roman incarcerated in the months of September through December of 2021? I only show him,
I think about October is more like it.
I only show him being in jail for 20-some days, 22 days. So he failed to report from September through December last year.
From when, Your Honor?
September through December. And then I guess we got him.
But he was the alleged offense date is October. You know what I mean?
The abandoning or endangering, is that when he pled? Am I reading the wrong report? Hold
The
on.
abandonment endangering, he pled in 2017.
Okay.
So then we fast forward to this past year,
Mhm.
and I guess the allegation is no reporting from September through December. But I
Correct.
think the offense date is October. So we would have gotten him, no? If he was in custody.
Sometimes yes, sometimes
Yeah.
no.
True. That's true, Your Honor.
The October assault, it shows he was only booked on from 10/21/21 and released on 10/22/21.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
And
Honor,
then the warrant. Yeah.
and the date of offense is October 12th, 2021, not December.
Right. And so then I would ask Mr. Roman, or unless somebody else knows how he got into custody. I wonder if he turned himself in, or just did they knock on his door? Mr. Roman, how are you in custody right now? Did they pick you up? Oh, he's muted. Just thumbs down. Did they pick you up? Thumbs up or thumbs down? They picked him. Okay. And Judd, you know, he's from here.
Mhm.
I'm
Right.
not sure exactly when they picked him up, but you want to sanction him for that time since he just picked up a misdemeanor?
And
No.
if I may, Judge and Ms. Avelar, maybe I'm not looking correctly, maybe Ms. King can look, but I do see 2 assaults.
Right.
Arrests.
Right.
There's one, the October one, 2021, and then there's another one from May 27, 2021.
Mhm.
And that's still a P file, that's what I see. There
Mhm.
had been a previous one in 2019, and that's the one that was dismissed.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Ms. King, you have anything else, Mr. Avila?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. King?
Your Honor, so the P file from October 21, 2021, that ends in 165, that one was actually dismissed
Okay.
for reason number 1, which is the complaining witness request the non-pros. But the only one that's pending, and we have requested it, is the P file that's an AFV that occurred on May 27, 2021, and that's the one that ends in 186.
And who's a complainant on that one?
Let me pull it up really quick, Judge.
And Ms. King, that was the one that was not declined, right?
Correct.
Okay, somebody messed up.
Sorry, the one that ends in 186 was the one declined.
Okay, so then I'm definitely confused. So there's a P file 6186. That was dismissed or declined?
So the one, give me 1 second. The one that ends in 186 was dismissed.
And that was a P file 6186, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Then you have your other P file 165. That's the one that's pending.
No, you just said that one was,
No, I misspoke. So the one that 6186 is the one that was declined.
okay, I have the same info then.
So 165 is the May assault, right? Family violence.
No,
That's the October assault.
right.
Okay, so the May assault is against 2. That's the one that's still outstanding, right?
No, that's
ma'am.
the May one was declined.
Oh, okay. May
The
1.
October one is the one that is pending.
Right.
That's the one that ends in 165.
Okay, so the May assault was declined because CW didn't want to prosecute. And then the October assault, my question was, who is the complainant in that case?
The
Is it the same
complaint-
complainant?
Let's see. Girlfriend to the defendant, Valerie Pena.
Is it the same one as the decline case?
Let me go back. It is a girlfriend, but it's not. It is not the same one. It's a girlfriend of 3 years.
And Judge, may I add?
Hmm.
So I don't know what the probation department has to say, but my information has that he's completed community service hours and classes, and I guess he's substantially complied or fully complied with what this court has ordered him to do,
Yeah, except stop getting arrested for beating up his girlfriends,
except
right?
stop getting arrested for that, yes.
Yeah, so we finish BIP and turn around and have 2 arrests. We complete TAP, parenting.
I hear you, Judge.
And Your Honor, for the assault, it seems like there's an allegation that he was also intoxicated while this assault occurred.
Yeah. But so the recommendation is to adjudicate him, Mr. Avelar. Again,
Okay.
let's start looking at a number. The bond is going to be, I don't know, $75,000 cash surety. Let's start working this one out. Thank
Yes, ma'am.
you, Mr. Roman. Mr. Avelar, did you have any more?
I think that's it, Judge.
I think so too. Thank you for logging in a little bit early. I know we,
Oh, no, yeah, no, I thank you for reaching out. I appreciate it.
okay, thanks. All right, take care. So I think downtown Chewy, we had one more.
We have Mr. Sanchez, Filimon Sanchez downtown. If we could get him, please.
Do we have his attorney? Thank you,
Mr. Dakota is here. Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
Judge.
All right, cool.
Good
I
afternoon.
understand. Good afternoon, Mr. Dakota. I believe your client is in they're having to set something up for him, so it might just take a minute.
Judge, I believe it's the other defendant, Rubalcaba is the one that,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I had him confused.
downtown, if we could get Filimon Sanchez, please.
When did we get him? 35 days ago?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Brian.
Seems like you do it on here.
Cool, cool, cool.
When you're done, just let me know. I'll be right here.
All right, thank you. How you doing, Mr. DeCotes?
Greetings, sir.
You ready, Chewy?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
It's cause number 2020-0D02041, State of Texas versus Filimon Mitchell Sanchez. Announcement, council, please.
Roa King for the state of Texas.
Trial the code for Filemon Sanchez. Ready.
And
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Sanchez is appearing from the downtown jail. Mr. Dakotas, we are set for a bond hearing. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I can contextualize Mr. Sanchez. Mr. Sanchez was out on bond. I met with him at the office. We had maybe 3 hearings before you, Your Honor, the last of which was to be an in-person hearing where Mr. Sanchez was to decide whether he wanted to proceed with a motion to suppress hearing or whether he was going to take the state's offer of time TDC.
Right.
Unfortunately, Mr. Sanchez, I think, maybe didn't have a ride that day or perhaps was feeling sick. I can't remember what he called the court with. I was there, of course, on his behalf. He was supposed to come in when he could anyway, and now we're here. I guess he's been incarcerated. I don't know if he was picked up or perhaps he turned himself in. But in due diligence, and because I foresee, however this case turns out, whether the court will let me off or not, because there is a motion to withdraw filed, I do anticipate a grievance filed with whoever defends Mr. Sanchez. So in due diligence, I am here on a bond hearing and we're hoping for a PR bond, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
All right, Ms. King?
Your Honor, whenever my system was working, so yeah, we actually agree. It seems like from the notes that we did agree, Brian Herrera, the last prosecutor, and with Mr. Dakotas, there was a plea of possibly 6 TDC. The paperwork was created and sent over, and then on November 4th, defense requested motion to suppress. That was set for November 15, and for some reason, the state was ready to go on it. For some reason, that did not happen. And let's see, and he was no show for November 30th.
Yes, I remember Mr. Sanchez very well, and I remember all of the difficulties and all the claims he was making that he was not able to meet with his attorney. His attorney filed the motion to suppress, appeared. I remember being there for the motion to suppress. And anything else, Ms. King?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What's his bond?
Right now, Judge, there's no bond. It's a bench warrant and there's no bond.
That's what I figured, Your Honor. And I'm number 3. So really, I want to serve the court. You tell me what to do.
So it's no bond. It was so wait a minute. Am I not understanding? I thought this was, so we have 2041. That's the only case I have, right? And it's no bond? I gotta think he's gotta be at 100 or 200,000, no? This isn't a probation case, is it? Hold on, Mr. Sanchez.
Your Honor, it's Marissa. So the jailing side is actually showing no bond, but I do remember this was a KPS that went out. It was an order revoking surety bond.
Right?
It was supposed to be 150,000, so I'd have to get with the jail to see why it's showing us no bond, but according to the original KPS that was sent out, it was 150.
Oh, no. Yeah, that shouldn't be a no bond. Okay. So we're only set for the bond hearing today. Mr. Dakotes, he's been in jail close to 40 days. Have you had the opportunity to, I guess, effectively communicate and reestablish some type of working relationship with Mr. Sanchez, or is that what he's raising his hand about?
No, Judge, he and his girlfriend call my office a lot. So the next step for me in my legal mind was to set him up for a bond hearing. But that's what I've done strategy-wise, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's it.
And we don't have any future settings. So with respect to the bond, I would have to look up in my notes, but I think I put $150,000 for a reason. Let me go ahead and look at that really quickly. You know, when we issued that KPS, Marissa, would have been right after the either the motion to suppress or the scheduled final hearing plea deadline, I gotta think.
It was issued on November 15th, Your Honor.
Right, okay.
Your Honor, it was for 150,000.
Okay. Just straight cash surety, right?
Correct.
Yep, that's what it's gonna be. So the bond request is denied. Just wanted to confirm the amount.
Yes, Judge.
I understand we have some things outstanding as of right now because he's in custody. We need to get him that trial date. I know we have the motion to suppress outstanding. So if you are not re-urging your motion to withdraw, Mr. Dakotes, then we need to get that motion to suppress scheduled very soon.
Yes, Judge.
We're going to set his trial. Other than that, I don't know that there was anything outstanding, was there?
Just those two.
Okay, so I'm gonna set the trial for March 17th and 18th.
Okay.
And between now and then, you need to schedule the motion to suppress. Chris, we need to set a status in 2 weeks at the 3 p.m. setting.
Okay, Judge.
So
Will
for
do.
right now, that's all I'm gonna set, Mr. Dakotes, is the status in 2 weeks. Then we'll have our final hearing plea deadline before our trial date. If you need a hearing in the interim, you must notify the court via email, even if it's, with your pleading, and we'll get you set. Understand that for the motion to suppress, unless you are absolutely requesting it be done remotely, I will require that it be done in person. So that may mean because of health circumstances, we might have to push it back to maybe latter February if we're still in this kind of heightened Omicron world, because I'm not really trying to bring bodies into the courtroom, but we'll stay on top of it so that it doesn't get too close to the trial date, okay?
Yes.
All righty. Mr. Sanchez, why are you raising your hand?
So do I have a bond or I don't, ma'am?
Yes, it's 150,000.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
With your attorney, Mr. Dakotes, I think we were pretty much geared up looking through to that December trial date before we so I don't want to really delay because of the your client being in custody, okay?
Yes, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you very much. Who's next, Chewy? Thank you, Mr. Sanchez.
Thank you, ma'am.
We do have one remaining inmate downtown Rubalcaba, but we're waiting for somebody from Office CLM to arrive.
Let me call him again. So give me one second.
Yes, call them because I think they were supposed to be here and it's already 3 o'clock. All right, who's next?
Okay, Judge, I don't have any other attorneys in the waiting room.
What?